So I am here with candidate Jake Nichols, who is one of 6 candidates running to become the Ada County Sheriff. So the first question is, Ada County is the largest county in the state of Idaho population-wise, and Sheriff Bartlett has retired, and now there's this nomination process going on.
Right.
What made you think, like, hey, I want to put my name in the hat to become the next Ada County Sheriff? What kind of led you ultimately to that decision?
Well, I think I can bring a level of experience to this position that'll make me very successful because of my diversity in my experience working for Meridian for 7.5 years, and then now in Boise. It gives me a level of experience in that I've faced a lot of different situations, had to make a lot of different decisions, both on the streets, making normal police decisions, but also administratively and with personnel. And that's done in an environment that can be difficult sometimes. Boise being the capital city, there's a lot of political activity going on in Boise City, and it's a very diverse community in Boise. So it would bring that to the sheriff's office and have that diversity. On the political side, I'm very concerned as to where we're going as a community in the county, but as a state and a nation. And I believe that I can bring good conservative principles to the office and good level-headed decision-making, working with others, knowing the heads of the other agencies in Ada County will be a great benefit to me and to the office and ultimately the people of Ada County. And I believe that I bring and the integrity it's going to take. And no matter whether we agree or disagree politically or experience, without integrity, none of it means anything. And I think that that is number one. And I have a group of people that hold me accountable not only to be a good law enforcement officer, but a good husband and a good man.
Okay. So the second question has to do with, with the death of George Floyd last year, the use of force and how law enforcement interacts with the communities has become a major topic of discussion. I don't know that there's a law enforcement agency in the country that hasn't been impacted by that in some fashion. So with how Ada County currently operates, do you believe that they have good community interaction currently? Do you believe there's something that needs to be done better? Is the use of force, do you believe that how the use of force is done here in Ada County, is that good, or does that need to be changed? Or what are your thoughts? If you become the sheriff, like, hey, I need to change some things are fine, or what?
Well, we need a growth mindset. And I would say, first of all, I think we're doing a good job countywide in our uses of force. Most of the public does not ever get to see or hear all the incidences where officers don't use force when they are justified and they solve the problem in a different way. We are doing a good job of progressing through that. Recently, the agencies all across the county got together, and I was part of this group. It was a working group on working with each other to be more unified in how we use vehicle pursuits. And typically vehicle pursuits are very dangerous, not only for the suspect who's being chased, but the officers, and most importantly, the innocent motoring public. And so we have to adjust that. And all of us came together and come up with a unified way in which we're going to approach that, and an understanding across the county and how each agency's, their policies, but also their practices and training and how that's going to occur. So yes, we're doing a good job. Can we do better? Absolutely. We can always get better, and we should be looking at how we do things and reevaluating our policies and reevaluating our training and getting better at that. One of the areas that I think we could do better and should do better is leadership. We should always be striving to be better leaders individually, but also as an organization in providing better leadership to our officers and setting them up for success in their interactions with the public. And I think that's really what we want in all of our officers. As a citizen, that's what I want, is our officers to be involved in the community at a very individual level, so people get to know them and see that they are human and they're going to make mistakes and have problems. And when the public sees us as humans that have struggles and successes and make mistakes, then I think there's an open dialogue that really proves that we can solve problems as a community rather than just the government.
Okay. The third question kind of came from our readers, and kind of what big question would they want to ask? And one right now, this is a very heavy Republican controlled state, across most of the elected offices. You have a Democrat controlled Congress and a Democrat president. How do you see yourself as the sheriff potentially in interacting with maybe something that happens in Congress and the federal government that the citizens here disagree with, and maybe they look to you to interpose yourself in that situation?
Right. I've taken the oath several times, each department that I've worked for, and other times, in addition to that, to support and defend the Constitution, and that is very important to me. Now, it's how we do that is very important also. And I think working with not only other sheriffs, but other political entities across our state and across our valley to move to protect those constitutional rights that are set out for us. And Lord, I really think that if we don't get involved, even individually, encouraging participation in not only the Republican Party, but just the political process in and of itself, that we will be in a situation where we're going to have to defend those rights. I don't want to compromise those principles, but what I'm saying is I want to avoid violence. Violence, no one's going to win. And I think that if we can get to the point where people are paying attention to what's going on and active in the political process, we become much more healthy. And I think that I am concerned about where we're going as a country, and as I stated, as a county, state, and we have to get involved. And hearing your voice and having a voice at this level when we're talking is much preferable to protesting and yelling at each other and not getting along. You and I are going to have disagreements on whatever issue it is. We have to be civil and agree to disagree and trust in the system. We have the greatest system of government on the face of the earth, and we have to make it better, but we also have to trust in our system and work within it.
Okay. So the last thing is you can address the PCs who might be watching, because I know a lot of them weren't able to make it, and then also the citizens of Ada County, and I guess give your campaign pitch to them on why you should be the next sheriff. So
I do appreciate the opportunity to be considered for this job. It's very humbling to me that I can be entrusted with the public trust, and I believe that I will bring a level of experience that will take the sheriff's office to the next level and help it progress forward and become a better agency. And I believe that we can make Ada County work very well for its citizens and manage the growth that's coming and all the problems that come with it. But really the ideas that come from you all in the public is what will make us successful. And I think having a sheriff's office that is responsive to that and is able to use the creativity of the citizens.
Awesome. All right. Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Appreciate your time.
Nice to meet you.